I know you might not be prepared for this. It's been a while on Justice for Mohbad. Well, this is how it has always been. There will always be a moment of silence. And then, boom, it comes back again until justice is gotten. Maybe you've picked on one or two things on this journey of Justice for Mohbad, learned one or two things. But like I've always said, and I will keep saying it anytime I talk about Justice for Mohbad or present on Justice for Mohbad, the best that you can ever do for yourself is to stay alive healthy, mentally, and in whatever way, make sure that nobody unalives you, because you might get justice but not so soon. And more the worst of it is that you are not even alive, regardless of the justice that you got. You are not alive. You are not alive. And they say when there is life, there is hope. Yeah, life, hope. Talking about hope, well, we've been hoping that those that were there when Mohbad passed away, those who lived in that house, those that the 15 people aside Cynthia, obviously she's never going to tell the truth. It is not possible. She will keep lying. Of course, those the key players, we were hoping that those that are there who somehow are hoping to get something here and there, we thought that we were hoping that they would do the needful. We were even hoping much more that the police will grill them and the truth of it all will surface. But the police did a terrible job. Now came civilians, citizens. They came into it, pressed and pushed. Talking about the CCTV and also the 3-second video that got a lot of people hopeful that justice will be served. The young man in question, present when Mohbad passed away, present in all, and of course, privy to more. He was the one that sent a 3-second video, according to what we heard, and that is not Mohbad's younger brother, even though it was Mohbad's younger brother's phone and social media handle TikTok that was used. And this guy called Damola, you'll be shocked. Finally, after going through some grilling and all of that, courtesy Yomi Fabiyi, and also courtesy Mohbad's younger brother, who wants to get out of this mess. He just wants to do music. He wants to travel abroad. He's ready to cover up whatever it is that needs to be covered up, as long as he is granted. And of course, working alongside his mom in whatever way. Like, you know what? Mommy told him, listen, it's time for us to enjoy. Or do you want me to suffer? Look at what your dad did to me. He's ready to cover up, like, no problem. I will also sing and find a way to travel outside of the country. I heard somehow he traveled somewhere. I don't know. Some people are still putting out the rumor that he's in the UK or whatever. Or he traveled somewhere. Ladies and gentlemen, Damola, one of Mohbad's friend, the one that sent Yomi Fabiyi, actor, activist, the video, finally opened his mouth. What he said will blow your mind. Please like and share. Tap on the subscribe button. Let's get right into it.
Adura actually invited you over and you were picked up. So that's the matter in court, right?
Yes, that's the matter that's in court.
Okay. Is Yomi Fabiyi also included in the matter in court?
He's not included in the case, but he's trying to push himself in because there was this day he came to the court and he stood up like he's a witness in this case, he's the owner of this case, but my lawyer yanked him off then.
Okay. So we would not talk about the matter that is in court. So we go back to why you contacted him. You've mentioned that. Some people said, yes, you asked for money, you collected money. How much did Yomi Fabiyi paid to you?
Him to pay 3 million naira. I didn't collect, he did not send anything to me. I didn't collect a dime from him. Even when he arrested me, he came to me and said, Shoti Jam, like, have you eaten? That they should have get money to buy food. I say, no, I don't want. So that you know, add it up that I collected maybe 2,000 naira from you. I don't want. family. So I never collected any dime from him.
Okay. So that is also cleared. There was no money exchanged. And you mentioned earlier that it was just a prank, like you were just cruising. Before we still go into the second pickup, really, some are saying, I have a question here, like, why did it take you so long to speak up? Were you considering any offer coming from Yomi? And also, did he made you any offer, or did he try to, other than offering you food, did he try to like court you?
The first offer I would say he made was when he came to the state command in Lagos when he was winking at me to say it's Adura that chatted him, not me. That was what he did then. And after then, me and him never got in touch or message him or anything. Nothing of such between me and him.
You know, ordinarily, he winks a lot. Like one of his persons
No, no,
actually.
no, no. I am a Yoruba boy. I am a Yoruba boy. A staunch one. A staunch Ibadan boy. So I know when someone winks naturally and when someone winks to just give you signs. I know.
Some people have asked, like, why did it take you this long before you come out with your own side of the story, with the apology? Why did it take you this long?
The thing is, to be very honest, I was very ashamed of my wrongdoings and my act. I was very ashamed. I was very ashamed. So well that even when we got to the court, this first, second hearing, I couldn't look at Adura's face and his mom because of the problems I put them. I couldn't look them in the eyes. And when I actually called mommy Adura, I was begging her, just like, "Ah, mommy, please, I'm sorry for putting you and your son through issues. Please, I'm very sorry." I was begging all through. She was saying, "Do you see what you cause Adura now? Adura that used to stay on his own, that I do works alone, all these things." So I told her, "I'm very sorry, ma. I am very sorry, please. I'm very sorry." Then I was just ashamed to come out and say things I know. And I was thinking the police will even got everything sorted because they knew the truth already. Not knowing this unknown Yomi Fabiyi have another devilish plan to execute. But right
Okay,
now,
so
yeah,
we would go into the second pickup. And yes, just before we go into that, you said that the first time you were picked up, that the people who picked you up were initially, when they took you into a vehicle, were not uniformed men. How are you sure of this? They didn't show you their tag, or how did you come up about that?
firstly, firstly, you should have shown me an ID card that we are from so 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 police station. You are under arrest. And secondly, after we were arrested and taken to the zone 2, so I saw the men, the two people, I saw them sitting a on a bench. So I asked one of the police that, is it one of you guys? They said no, that he came with Yomi. And I used to see them together. I used to see that man in his videos. I used to see them together. That man has one head like this. He has white beard. He used to be with him.
All right, thank you for that clarification. So we'll go into the second pickup. You know, for some reasons, I just don't want to, keep referring to it as arrest. So that's why I keep using pickup. So, and yeah, the whatever, went down in Abuja, I really do not want you to go into details about Abuja, but tell us exactly how it all happened from Lagos. You don't, I mean, when I say don't talk about Abuja, I mean, you don't have to talk about things that transpired with the police in Abuja, but tell us how you got to, how it all happened from Lagos to Abuja, and we'll take it from there. Hey, Paita, you're welcome.
On the 13th of October this year, the 13th of October, that was when the case was adjourned to, and after the case was sat by the magistrate, it was adjourned to another date. So when I was leaving, his usual play card, he played it, and I was outside the court. Two men came again, but this time
Were
they
you
were already police.
outside or inside the court?
Outside, I was outside the court. I was outside the court premises. So this time two policemen came, they showed me their ID card that the DPO, something like that, wants to see me at Ikeja. There is one at Oba, there is one police station there, I can't remember, maybe zone 10 or something, I can't remember the name. And immediately they drove me there, and I saw him making videos. When they were arresting me, I saw him making videos of the arrest. It was on white. It was on white and using a crossback. I saw the unknown Yomi Fabiyi there. So when I got to the station, I was delayed. I told them I want to call my lawyer. They didn't give me my phones. I told them I want to call my lawyer because my lawyer is still around in the court premises then. But he wasn't with me when I was arrested. They denied me access to my phone. And they did not allow me to write any statement or anything. I was just handcuffed and put in one room. So after then, I was detained. I was detained in that cell. In the cell, they were saying first thing tomorrow morning. That is an order from IG. That they should keep me here like a criminal. They said first thing tomorrow morning 5 a.m. they are taking me to Abuja. They are taking me to Abuja. So 5 a.m. the next morning, immediately I finished praying. I was hoping they will come as well, and they came. One man and one woman. They came and took me in an Uber. I was handcuffed to the back. And I even told the man that came to arrest me that, sir, I don't know whatever you have been told. Or maybe they told you maybe they already told you that you are coming to arrest Saddam Hussein. But you are seeing me for the very first time. I am not trying to run away. I am not having any strong voice. I greeted you and you answered. You saw my clothes neat, not like you saw gun in my hand. I am not violent with you. You handcuffed me to the back, and with the handcuff tight, he said, shut up. Uh, I would not be the one to tell him his job. So I followed them in the Uber. And when we were in the Uber, the driver was driving into potholes and everything, that the handcuff got tied to my hand. I was even begging that, please, one of my arm has been dislocated since the clinic. They were now asking me, were you playing, but were you clinic? I was not having it. So there they were asking me, do you know where Wumi is? That we will just drop you and we'll go and pick up Wumi. I say, I don't know. I don't know where anybody is. And when we got to the airport, they did not even have the warrant of arrest. Because if there is warrant of arrest, the airport officials will not ask them for my ID card. They will just take it like that is an arrest. So they just had to call. And fortunately, they got someone to call. But they took off the handcuff. They said, yeah, I played well with them, that I did not give them issues. They took off the handcuff. And when we got to inside the plane, I saw the unknown Yomi Fabiyi still making videos. I did not see anything. So when we got to
Okay,
Abuja,
so sorry, before you go on, when you were picked up in Lagos, did you see the former actor then? When you were
I
being
didn't see
picked
him.
up?
Yeah, he came.
Because
Yeah, he
he
came.
went live
When
and
I was being picked, he was there when I was picked. He was there when he was making video. He wore a white native dress, and it was on a cloth bag, something like that. I saw him clearly. I saw him clearly. Even when I was arrested to that station, he came later in the evening and said, "Ṣé o ti jẹun? Like, have I eaten?" He brought out 500 naira notes and gave one of the police boys to buy food for me. I said, "No, I'm not eating. I should not worry about it." Make it no be say he go call later say I collected money from him to shop or something like that. So he cannot deny everything I'm saying on this live. He can never. If he thinks I'm lying, he should bring one of his minion. He should bring one of his dwarfs, one of his unfortunate beings. Metomi and Korede, Abi Korelo, Abi whatever he calls them. He should bring them to swear by God of Thunder. So let's do it like that. If it's sure for him.
Okay, so and that was how you got to Abuja. Like I said, I don't want this to center too much on Abuja. I mean, you got to Abuja. Were you told why you were picked up or why you were there?
No ma. When I got to Abuja, when they took me to the FCID homicide section, I asked the man like homicide, like which homicide? They said Mohbad's passing away. I sha entered and they showed me petitions. Like, do you know who wrote this petition? They showed me everything, everything. I told the man, like, I told the police officer, like, okay, if this petition is coming from the federal government of Nigeria to me, I can say it's scam. But a particular non-governmental organization, what if the particular non-governmental organization has a beef with me and is trying to use power to make me pay for it? They said, that is why the police are there to investigate everything. They told me to write statement. The same thing they did at Zone 2 when I wanted to start with the case is already in court 14, magistrate court owned by Ikeja. They told me not to write it, but eventually I have strong head. I still wrote it at the end of the statement. I even mentioned the magistrate name. I even wrote the case number.
Okay.
No,
So yeah, that's it for Abuja. I mean, eventually the process went and you got billed and we are here.
can I say something, please?
Okay.
He talks about me being underground or transferred to Adamawa prison. Never, never. That never happened. I wasn't tortured. I wasn't tortured. I was confessing to Kinikan. I even told them the father of Liam. Nah, I wasn't doing all of that. I wasn't doing all of that. Even they asked me to drop numbers of people. I should give them Wumi's address. I said no. I don't know anything about it.
Temi, come
They
and
said,
teach me how to clap. The Nigerian police were very civil. There was no torturing, because it is against the Human Rights Act, really. You cannot torture. So
and after all, and after
we
all,
we were
and
shocked
after,
when we were hearing
after all,
such
they called me
report.
out. Can I say something? And after all, they called me out, and I was surrounded by like four policemen. They were saying, who among us is having sex with Wumi? Who is the father of Liam? I said, no, that is not happening. That never happened. They said, who is the father of Liam? I said, my friend. Aloba promised Ileolu and Mohbad. He is the father of Liam. They returned me back to the cell.
Okay, yes, thank you for that clarity. I mean, because the way the report we were getting out here was that the police, they have done so many inhuman things to you and that you were saying certain things. And well, we were all waiting because I mean, whatever you say, you would have to like corroborate it, show evidence. So we're glad to
No,
know that
there is a phrase. Excuse me, ma. There is a phrase in the law that said, he who asserts must prove. He who asserts must prove. Whatever he says that I've confessed, I've do this, I've do that. He used to have evidence to everything. He should just come up and put it out on the social media, just for everyone to see that okay, you have confessed, though I've confessed true. He has no evidence to that. He has no evidence to that, and I didn't confess anything. I didn't talk to the police about anything. They were asking me dumb questions, but I wasn't giving them the answers they wanted because I don't have the answers they wanted.
Okay, so thank you for clarifying that. Because if there's one thing we have been, talking about in our campaigns and all of that, we've been talking about due process. And one of the things that was worrisome was the way and manner. I wish Pythagoras was here, but I think he left. Okay, he's back. So it was really a worry because we were looking at the manner of arrests and the so-called inhuman treatments, because we hear things from some of this platform. So thank you for clarifying that at least the Nigerian police didn't act like these people are trying to portray the police. So thank you for that. There's another question again, but Pythagoras, you do have a question for Damola, right?
Hello, British. Good afternoon. Damola, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty fine, sir. I'm doing pretty well, man. Thank you so much.
Okay. So I might be switching GI a little bit now. So first, just to out of curiosity, what were you charged with in Lagos State?
Thank you so much. I was charged with obtaining money with false clinic on.
Obtaining other false pretense?
Yes, obtaining money under false pretense and represent on impersonation, cybercrime. That was what I was charged with when
Okay.
the case came up. That was what I was charged with. It was later on when the unknown Yomi Fabiyi entered that they started putting conspiracy to murder and murder to
No,
the case
was
file.
that one part of the charge the Lagos State filed against you? No. Was it?
No, it wasn't. It was just obtaining money with
Okay.
false
All
pretense.
those ones are just narratives online by Yomi Fabiyi.
Yes, yes.
Okay, good. So for the Abuja, did you see the petition he wrote against you in
Yeah, I
Abuja?
saw it. I saw it. I saw it. He said in the
So what's he
petition,
alleging there?
the petitioner, he said, I am holding evidence to the homicide that happened in Royal Pine Estate that led to the passing of Mohbad. He did not even mention
Okay.
I want to defraud him or anything. He just said I'm holding evidence that will aid the government, and he said the so-called video was aimed to be released 2027, 2026, so that it will spoil the government of the president.
Okay. Okay, good. So I asked that so that because the next question, so that we are sure we're not talking about any matter currently in court. So there is no.
So the phone was passed through Mohbad. Mohbad was the one using the phone before, so he passed the phone to his wife, that's Omowumi. And later on, Omowumi gave Adura the phone. That was before Mohbad died. So the content of the video was the human being are meant to quarrel, human being are meant to argue, talkers of couples. So it was in our previous house that Abiola caught 3, Osakpa, London, Lekki. So Omowumi was having an issue with Mohbad friend then, Zomo. Seems that one disrespected her or something, because I wasn't at home. I wasn't at home then. I wasn't at home. I don't know where I went, but I wasn't at home. So since the guy disrespected her and she's dragging a small traveling bag to leave the room, and that guy was blocking her not to leave, and Mohbad was recording with the iPhone 13. Mohbad was recording with the iPhone 13. She was actually shouting at the guy like, let me go, let me just leave this room, kiniko, let me just leave. And the video was no longer, the video is not 10 seconds or so, because it was a short video. And even when I wanted to send it to Yomi, I had to send 3 seconds and blur it so that I will believe my narrative. And it wasn't with the quarreling, the argument in the video wasn't with Mohbad and his wife, it was with Omowumi and Zomo. And the thing is, when we were at the station and I narrated the thing to the police officer, they said okay. They called Yomi and I narrated to him as well. They showed him the video and he saw it. And I told him this is our previous apartment. The previous apartment. Yomi used to say the video is 10 minutes. I said, how do you know the video is 10 minutes? Have you seen it? Have you seen it? I said the video is 10 seconds. The one on my phone, and the police did phone forensic. They collected the phone from me and did phone forensic. The phone is still with them. I showed them everything. But when he always talk, he will say, Zomo is present in the video. Now Zomo is present in the video. I said, okay. So now you mean Zomo is present in the video? He said, yes. I said, fine. Zomo stopped living with Mohbad, stopped living with us a year ago before Mohbad died. You can ask Zomo yourself. Zomo stopped living with us a year ago before Mohbad died. So if Zomo is present in the video and you confirmed, you really stand on it that Zomo is present in the video, that Zomo told you Omowumi was loading a knife. So you are standing on it that Zomo is present in the video and Zomo has left our house for a year. So how was that the video that led to the passing of Mohbad? He said, on the burial day, Zomo was there. Bring out the evidence. There is no way Zomo will be at the burial and he will not come to meet us because we were there as well. Bring out the evidence that Zomo was at the burial. He did not see anything. He just based. He had to move out with his beggar association of Nigeria. He had to move out and base. And didn't come back. So that was just
Okay.
it.
So there was no fisticuff in that video, no fighting, no people throwing blows at each other.
Nothing of sort. The video was made when we were in Abiola Court 3, Osakpa, London. And the house Mohbad died in was at Royal Pine, Eleganza, Orchard, Lagos.
So, and you're saying the video is not longer than 10 seconds.
Yes. The one on the phone that I saw before I cut the 3 seconds to send to Yomi
Yes.
was no longer than 10 seconds.
Okay. And Yomi saw
And
the
Yomi
full
kept
10
saying it's
seconds
10 minutes.
video. Did they
Yeah, they
show
showed
Yomi
him.
the full 10 seconds video on your phone?
They showed him. Yeah, they showed him. They showed him when they did the phone forensic. But he never believed still.
Okay, so where's that video now?
The phone is with them. The phone is with the police. And when I told them at the Abuja that the said phone is at the police command Ikeja, they said they will call for it. And they will call for it as well, that they will do a new forensic on it. That nothing is deleted forever. Whatever you delete on the phone is actually going to one place. So they will get everything.
Okay. So, and all these things you wrote in your statements in Abuja, or did you write any statements in Abuja to even begin with?
Yeah, I wrote statements in Abuja. And all this I wrote there. I wrote all these things with the account number I paid to when I bought phone from Adura, the time and everything. How I how I talked to him to sell the phone for me. I wrote everything, and everything was in accordance with all the statements I've been writing since the case started. No difference at all. And funny enough, the policeman that was in front of me leading me to write the statement, he made mention of something that was very dumb and crazy. Probably he thought I'm a premises holder or a one school old certificate holder. He said, when was the first time I saw Mohbad? I told him that when was the first time I saw him in my life? I told him, and he said I should write him. I stated that my first altercation with Mohbad. I was like, altercation? He said yes. I said no. Altercation means fight. Altercation means fight, argument, and so. But he said then I should use it like that. I said no. It should be encounter. It should be encounter. He shall agreed for me to put encounter. They tried to manipulate what I'm written in the statement, but I never agreed. That was when they did not agree for me to start with the case is already in Odba Magistrate Court 14 MK/K/319/2025. They did not allow me, but at the end of the statement, I wrote it there. I wrote the name of the magistrate, Antonio Tedrisu. I wrote everything there.
So, and was Yomi Fabiyi present in Abuja during your questioning, or when did you leave, or when did you last see him in Abuja?
He wasn't present when we were coming from the airport. When we landed in Abuja, they first told him that he should come down and go and lodge in one hotel nearby, that he should come by 11 when Oga is in. So he stepped down and went out. Me, I was taking in, and a few hours after then, he came back, and I've already written the statement then. A few hours after then, he came back, and we were interviewed by the CP, ACP, and DCP of that department. That's homicide department. We were interviewed, and he was going on with his lies, saying his lies to them. And I was conversing with the police officer, like, okay, me chatting him up with someone's TikTok and all these things. I own up for it that I was the one that chatted with you using these persons, using Adura Aloba's TikTok account. Why are you not succumbing to it? That you want your own opinion. I even told them that he was signaling to me. He denied it there. I told him that he was signaling to me in Panti. So he made up his lies there, and I never saw him. I never saw him till I was granted bail. He never came to Abuja again.
Present when you were accosted or abducted in Lagos?
Present. He was present there. Because I saw him, he was wearing white native, and on a cross bag, he was making video and licking his lips. I guess he was on live then. I saw him.
Okay. And you were flown to Abuja, right? Was Yomi Fabiyi present in the plane too?
Yeah, he was present. He was present. He just won one hoodie like onions. He was present.
So he was present all through the police operation.
He was. He was present onto the police operation.
Okay, I just wanted to highlight that Yomi Fabiyi is now working with the police.
It's very
Okay,
obvious.
good. So,
They are not denying it.
so the bail you were granted, are there any conditions attached to it that you still have to show up in Abuja and things like that?
No, I was actually granted bail on medical grounds because I got sick. I got sick and I was crawling on the floor because everything affected me emotionally, everything. Because I was tired, I couldn't eat anything, and I was vomiting. So my bail was granted on medical grounds. Even after that, after my bail was granted, they did not allow me to leave. They said I should still stay behind, that I should be coming every day. And funniest part, how it sounded like a kidnapping to me was that they said I should not tell anybody, I should not talk to anybody that I have been released. That I should not go on media to say anything. That sounds like a kidnap. That sounds like a kidnapping and threat. So the second day they saw me, they actually said, "Oh, you are not being on media to say anything."
Pythagoras, do you want him?
There is a saying that when you find one, stay with it. That's basically what Yomi Fabi did, and it is unbelievable, like really unbelievable. So, the young man is saying that, you know, As it is, Yomi Fabiyi wants me to lie. I'm actually sad. I'm not happy that I did what I did. Uh, all of that is repeating continuously. Well, I don't know what your thoughts are as regards what you've heard. I don't know what you think. The thing is that Yomi Fabiyi will not stop, and I do not want him to stop. No, not at all. I don't want him to stop. I don't want him to stop. I don't want him to stop. It needs to continue. The wicked will not go unpunished. It is very difficult for me to believe that any of these goons around Mohbad that we've all seen are unwilling to cooperate. They are not willing to cooperate. They want to stay in that space where they can steal. We've seen and we've heard several accounts of what has transpired between certain people, calling one person saying, I have the video of this and I need to go to South Africa. I need this X and Y amount of money to be given to me. It's the same thing he wants to cash out. That tells you, it speaks volume. When you see people around you, don't think that they are in your life because they love you for real. They are in love with what you carry. Like in the case of Mohbad, the fame and all of that, and some little money trickling here and there. That's the reason why they are with him. Imagine he's not alive. This guy now, from the story that he's presenting, hey, my God, the story that he's presenting here is a story of a big, huge betrayal where he wants to make money on the demise of his friend. I heard from this same foolish boy on social media complaining and talking about Mohbad. He said it shows that he has animosity. Now, Mohbad is not perfect, but he has the right to choose. Now, he might not be choosing appropriately. These guys are saying, particularly this one, when Mohbad was alive, they will always be around him. Do things for him. Take punches for him, according to this guy. And whenever international event or show comes up, Mohbad will now remember one friend somewhere that has never ever struggled or done anything for him. I mean, according to him, physically done anything. He will now remember that one because that person's status is now, maybe that person is showing, posting pictures and videos of himself somewhere in whatever country and say, yeah, what's up now? Come now. Let's go to this show together. Don't worry, I will tidy your ticket and your accommodation. Let's just chill together now. Mohbad wants to hang out with these guys that he feels they've succeeded. But these other ones around him that have not succeeded are only good for the local thing. This is what this guy said. Well, I don't know what your thoughts are really about this matter. Because for me, I see it as a big betrayal, a huge one, a very big, big betrayal. So if he's saying that I do not have anything to do with, I don't have anything to do with Mohbad's younger brother Adura. He never gave me a video. It's not even him. I blah blah blah. It's not Adura. I'm the one. I just wanted to make money. I am ashamed of what I have done. I suffered in. Is it that Yomi Fabiyi is wrong doing what he did, pressing and making sure that this comes to light? Let us assume that Mohbad's father had done the needful when the searchlight of justice pointed towards the direction of CCTV, even though people expected him to think of it. Just imagine. Well, I don't know. I just see a lot of gibberish coming out of the mouth of this guy. Yomi Fabiyi is this, Yomi Fabiyi is that, Yomi Fabiyi did this, Yomi Fabiyi did that, blah, 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 blah. All of this trash. What does it, what is this, what is he trying to tell us? You did not cooperate. What you want is to steal. What you wanted was to defraud Yomi Fabiyi. And Yomi Fabiyi is like, hey, I'm not going to accept your story. I'm going to still retain. I'm going to still keep that Mohbad's younger brother chatted me. Well, I will advise Yomi Fabiyi to keep on. Keep up and keep on. This is not the time to back down, and nobody should back down on this. The wicked will not go unpunished. You cannot continuously manipulate and lie. You wanted money. That is what you're claiming. Now he's saying that at the police station, Yomi Fabiyi was giving him this high sign, kind of blinking his eyes, trying to manipulate him to lie and claim that the video was sent by Mohbad's younger brother. That's basically what he's saying. Like, this is what Yomi Fabiyi told me. Yomi Fabiyi is trying to make me lie, and I have to own up. This caused a lot of, terrible backlash back then. That was when the elder sister of Cynthia, the so-called widow, Cynthia, I'm talking of Karimo now, was on this matter alongside Yomi Fabiyi. She had sent Yomi Fabiyi, like instructed Yomi Fabiyi, we have sent you money. Go to a certain police station. Go there. This guy, Adura, must not be imprisoned. And it's so funny because the fight is not about segregation. The fight is, everyone involved must be dealt with. Yomi Fabiyi wasn't going to be selective. Oh, it is Mohbad's father. Whatever needs to be turned will be turned upside down. It's as simple as that. Whatever needs to be looked into, should be looked into and evaluated. It's not going to be business as usual. No, not at all. It's not going to be business as usual. Like both of them sit down and then foolishly, stupidly, no, and then pretend like Mohbad's father does not have one thing or the other to do. Everyone has to be checked when it comes to such sensitive thing. That's basically what it is. So they wanted to manipulate him. They said, hey, go to this place. But he knew where he had to focus upon. He knew what he needed to focus upon. He knew it. He knew that he needed to focus upon this thing. And he did. He focused upon it. He pressed hard. He kept on and on and on. They said he's a liar. They said he's a thief. They said he's not saying the truth. There's nothing that he didn't say. But he kept on. He kept on and on it. If not, we will not have this one coming out to talk trash and talk stupid. We all know that majority of you are liars. You guys never loved Mohbad. And like I said, it's a lesson to everyone. It's not everybody in your life. Not everyone in your life that is there to keep you happy. Not everyone is there to keep you happy. There are people whose job is to hurt you. Their job is to hurt you. That's it. Their job is to hurt you. Their job is to cause you pain. Well, it is what it is. It is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what your thoughts are about this. Please do drop your comment. It's a world full of terrible things. It's a world full of wickedness. A world full of wickedness, and it is what it is. We just have to keep on, keeping on. Please do drop your comments, ladies and gentlemen. Drop your comments about this. You've heard it all. You've heard what he has to say. It's so funny. You've heard it all. You've heard it all. This is all that he has to say. He believes that all of this trash coming out of his mouth is the way to go. Like, he's expecting Yomi Fabiyi not to do the needful. That's basically what it is. Not to do the needful.